Hi everyone, and welcome in to another video on my channel. I thought that it would be fun to take you guys along a little get ready with me for a very eventful night tonight. Let's have a moment of silence. It's the start of March Madness, and no, this does not relate to the basketball little event. This is much more important. It is the start of mixer season. So please excuse my bunkiness right now. With the hair roller, I look a little crazy, but I have like 30 minutes to get ready. My roommates and I are going to go to a restaurant called Cypress, which is close by to Tech's campus, and we're gonna celebrate the end of our Hell Week. And I don't know if other colleges call, I guess, big midterm weeks Hell Weeks, but I had no clue what that meant before I came to Georgia Tech. And honestly, didn't want to know what it meant either. And now that I'm in it and have to experience them, I would say they're not as bad as people say they are. Yes, it is like 4 days of nonstop studying, depending on how close your tests are to one another. But I'm on the other side, and the thing that I keep, or the piece of advice that I keep in the back of my mind whenever I have a Hell Week, is that your GPA does not follow you to heaven. Your GPA and whatever tests you, or whatever score you get on a test, doesn't determine your competencies in real life, although it is a good measure of how much you've learned in a class. So I just try not to get really down on myself if I'm not performing as well as I used to like in high school, which has been a big shift and very humbling, I will say. Okay, I also wanted to mention that I started using Vaseline underneath my eyes this week to be like a little setting step to my eye cream. And I used to get the crustiest under eyes, like my concealer would stick to these little dry patches. But now that I'm looking at myself, it looks like I don't have it anymore. So that's a little beauty tip, is to use Vaseline under your eyes. Part of the night routine, not the daytime, because I feel like that'd be a little too heavy. But wow, I am pleasantly surprised. But going back to what I said about Georgia Tech and its competitive nature, I would say it really depends on what you make of it, but I like to see it as a motivating factor for me to be my best and do my best, because everyone here is so driven to make something of themselves in the world, and that's something that I really respect and admire about it. And come to think of it, up until this point, I don't think I have been exposed to an environment like this where so many people are like-minded in that mission. So it's really pushed me not only to try and be my best, but to do my best. And it's not something to be ashamed of if you want to work hard and stay in instead of go out one night. I'd say it's a very open environment to being who you are and doing what you want to do. I bet some of you are so confused by what I said towards the beginning of this video when I mentioned how today's the start of Mixer Madness, we'll call it. But basically, Mixers, if you are not familiar with Greek life, is an event between one sorority and one fraternity, and you'll usually like go out and do something, like go to a bar, or even to like I'm trying to think of other ideas, maybe like an arcade room or something interactive, and you'll just get together. It usually has a theme, and then you'll just go have fun with one another. It's like an exclusive little, I guess, get together with both the sorority and the fraternity. What makes this mixer in particular so special is that it's one of the first normal ones we've had since college was really disrupted by COVID. And it's also the first ever mixer where I will get to drink and not get in trouble for doing it, because I'm finally 21. So I get to make the most of the bar tab. And I know I'm about to have so much fun, and I'm so excited. So the theme of the mixer tonight is cowboy boots and Daisy Dukes. I'm thinking of wearing my grandma's old yellow and black cowboy boots, which I'm so excited to wear. Obviously with a pair of Daisy Dukes, and I'm still thinking about which top, but that'll come to me when it needs to, I guess. And I also forgot to mention this, but there's gonna be a country band there, and it's at this bar in Buckhead that I'll go to sometimes called the Ivy. So it'll be a fun experience to have it, or to see it in, I guess, a mixer setting. So a lot of new things happening tonight. And me and my friend Jansen were texting earlier, and we were talking about how tonight and March is only the beginning though. Last year, Jensen came up with the term ape, bad S word, April. And basically that was our time to just really try and branch out with how we spend our weekends and free nights, since April tends to be the time when school's winding down and then everyone's getting ready to, I guess, part ways for the summer. So that's our time to really live it up to the max. So she compared, which is genius, March Madness to being the Christmas Eve to ape, bad word, April, which is gonna be Christmas Day. And you know, like on Christmas Eve or like any big holiday or event, like the night before, you're just so excited that you can barely sleep. And that's like all you're thinking about is to wake up the next morning and just have that awesome event or day happen. Well, that is what we are entering. So I hope that every one of you will join us along for our ape, bad word, April. Hang at us. I'm feeling like a pageant girl in toddlers and tiaras right now from how my foley looks in my hair. Oh. My mom got me this mascara for Christmas, the Milk Kush mascara, and it worked so well. Usually I'm not a fan of non-waterproof mascaras and have been a loyal user of L'Oreal's waterproof butterfly mascara. Oh, I'm being so messy right now. But I would highly recommend this. Although it's not waterproof, the coverage that you're able to get and how fluffy it makes your eyelashes look is insane. It is so much harder than I thought it would be to apply mascara looking at the camera. Oh my gosh. And now for the final touch, I'm gonna put a little bit of this NARS lip pencil on my lips and on my cheeks. I hope everyone has had a really great week so far, and that you don't have to experience any hell weeks anytime soon. And I'll keep y'all tuned with how the rest of the night goes. And here's the final look. I ended up doing some messy braids, and I'm wearing a black bodysuit with the belt, Levi shorts, obviously, and then the boots that I was talking about. I'll see y'all later.